Hey, hey guys, you should be hearing me now. Yeah, there we go. Should be hearing some music as well, I hope. Okay, I'll check with the music. See if this one works. Oh well. And yes, Build Force Assemble. Anything, you should be. Yeah. Just hope I'm not coming through and creating a Doppler effect. I'm gonna go default. That should. Oh, there we go. Now we have music. Goody. Hopefully it's not too loud. Seems like it's in a safe space. Okay. I'm gonna use that because that's a bit crazy. Excellent. Okay, well let's get this show on the road. Woo. How is everybody? Are you guys good? Are you guys having a good evening? It has been a wonderful day here in South Africa. I can definitely feel spring is starting to sneak in. Definitely starting to creep through the door. And as usual, thank you guys for joining the stream and for popping in. I've done quite a bit of work sorting out this little Destiny 4-hour stream to make it more fun and more interesting. You know, as it goes. So I got all my pieces in there. Yay! So everything's set up. I'm going to go through how I did that there. Put that under the manual. But first, I was going to be weird and show off my new Hot Wheels, which is a Honda Civic, but it's a drift car. So it's a small little back wheel, which is pretty cool. It's got little like dash mounted exhaust. This is a very cool little Hot Wheels, very unusual. Very happy I managed to grab it, and now I can go sideways throughout the whole house. Also, I must apologize in advance. I know my workspace looks a little bit crazier than it normally does. That's because I've actually been working on some kits, and I want to show you that quickly before I get into the stream or into the build of the Destiny. So let me just move these bad boys out of the way for 2 seconds. If you are on our Discord, you've been seeing some of my work in progress for my RX-78 Mr. Aznable custom, and I'm going to switch us to the kit cam quickly, and then kit cam. Well, actually it's just me bigger, right? But anyway, so there we go, and the zoom in will work. Some hectic lighting going on there. So this is my Mr. Aznable custom color scheme so far, with did some panel lining to this. It's feeling good. Digging it. Very happy with that. Got some of the other parts kind of done as well. So this bad boy here, just to give you like an idea of what it will kind of. It's a lot of pinkish red, as only Char can be. Hold on, there we go. Also did some panel lining there in the upper part of the let's call it the abs for now, the obliques of the Gundam. So that's a lot of fun, and I could just show you, and this is purely a little bit of a I want to call it a bit of a plug for G-Paint. Not that G-Paint sponsors us, just that we really love the product. And I just want to show you guys how cool the G-Paint, that was all G-Paint that happened there. I just want to see if these guys will just focus. They are a bit smaller. There we go. Sorry about the one being upside down. But look how shiny that is, how it's catching my ring light there. So you can actually achieve a gloss finish out of the bottle with G-Paint, and I've been doing quite a few experiments with it. And I actually want to ask Justin if I'm crazy or if my experiments have actually yielded any real results. So yeah, let me know if you guys are if you are somebody that's using G-Paint or tried out G-Paint. Let me know in the chats. I want to check it out. I want to see what your thoughts are. I want to, if you think it's the best paint ever, let me know. If you think it's the worst paint ever, let me know. And like I said, not sponsored, so go for it. Also wanted to just show off this. I'm feeling quite proud of this. So if you guys have ever been curious about, can you mix colors into metallics? Yes, you can. Okay, let's get that a little bit closer, see if I can, there we go. I can push the macro lens on this camera a little bit. So that is Chrome Silver by Mr. Color with a drop of Mr. Color's Russian Interior Turquoise, just a drop, and then sprayed in soft layers over time. And you can't really see it on camera, but it's kind of got a nice metallic feel without being too flecky. And it's a nice turquoisey color. It's going to complement the pinks that I've used for my Mr. Aznable custom. So I'm really excited about how that's turning out. I did a nice clear coat of that with the Mr. Color UV cut, and that's because I'm going to be doing a reverse wash, and it's always easier to do a reverse wash over a gloss coat. Okay, so back to the main scene. Okay, and here we go. Sweet. So yeah, that's where my current build is at. I'm very happy. I'm happy that I'm building for myself. It's a great feeling. And yeah, and all that is just an hour a day, just working on little things and just moving forward. Sometimes you've got to be the turtle when it comes to the build, not the rabbit, So, not sometimes. I feel like most of the times you should be. So, there's my box. And before I jump in there, I just want to check all of your chats. I just want to do a few shout outs. Say hello to you all. So let's see what's going on. I've got Kenny here. We've got Lindsay Locke. What's up, guys? We have Jeff sneaking in there. Jeff, thanks for the support, brother. Much appreciated, my guy. Yazi, yay! Things have finally settled down. Can now finally get to building and can catch some Gunpla streams, dude. So glad to hear that, man. It's a wonderful thing. That's actually why I dedicate this hour of my day to working on my kits, whether it's sanding or scribing or even just, sounds silly, but like taking the time, just an hour to like write down what I want to do to my kit next. Everything is progress, and eventually it'll all come together. It's better than overthinking it and procrastinating, because procrastinating can be a coping mechanism. So this is my way of procrastinating. Lindsay Locke says, oh my god, giant face. Yeah, sorry about that. That's a nice color, thanks Yazi. Looking good, says Lindsay Locke. How's your macros coming along? Good, I'm glad you asked, actually. This is where my so on the topic of taking time just to list what you want to do to your build, this is how my macros is looking right now. It's still nicely in its box, but the manual is not in there because I've been making little notes on the manual, just like little color notes to make my life easier, so that I don't always have to rely on codes. That kind of thing irritates me. So that's how I've been spending time on that build. I've been doing what I call my research and prep phase. So that's what I've been busy on. In the interim, I have ordered the weapon set and also the photo etch. Well, I got the photo etch. So I've ordered the weapon set. So I'm waiting for one of our stock drops, and then I can, hopefully by the time that arrives, I'll be ready to start on my Valkyrie, because I'm very excited about that. And hopefully Mr. Aznable's custom RX-78 should be done. So yes, but without further ado, guys, you guys came here to see a Destiny HGCE high-grade Cosmic Era Gundam kit being built, and I purposefully left some nub marks on here because I thought it could be fun if I christen my new super sharp nippers on some of these parts, just so you guys can see its lightsaber-like efficiency. Just so you guys know what to expect from this build, I'm going to start with the arms. The arms live in this section over here. Then I will move on to the legs and the head. So keep the head for like just a little bit deeper into the stream, because the head's always fun. And that's actually where I want to use my cool super sharp nippers, is on the head. And then here is the shield and backpack start. And then there's a few pieces I haven't clipped off because, well, they're quite big pieces, so they'll be fine to clip on stream quickly. And yeah, so give me 2 seconds. I just want to fetch my super sharp nippers, and then we're going to start clipping some bolts. So now's a good time. You've got about 20 seconds to go and grab a Coke or a beverage of your choice. I'm gonna do this thing quickly. Woo! And as I've just sat down, I see Ratsass has joined us. Welcome, Ratsass. You've been so active and stuff in the Discord and posting some cool stuff. Glad to see you in the stream. And MechJunkie06. What's up, my dude? Okay, and there's my super fancy nippers, which I haven't opened. So you get to see me unbox them on the stream. Ooh, I'm going to be very careful. So scared of dropping these. I'm actually sort of currently planning a bit of an overhaul for my workspace, so that I can have a little place to hang my nippers. As it is, they got a really nice space in my toolbox. But check these bad boys, they're really cool. I'm gonna just see if I can get the so sharp. I'm gonna keep those there, and then I've got my old faithfuls here. Cool. Let's get into this build. How many of you guys have had a chance to catch the Witch from Mercury prologue? And yes, I know, because we're all diehard fans here. Most of us have watched it already, which makes you so cool. Just saying. But if you haven't had a chance to, and you watched it today, what are your thoughts? Let me know. Okay. Because I am very curious. I want to see how it's hitting people, you know, because I want it to be popular. I want it to be successful. Because I really like it. Uh-oh, spoiler. Paul likes it. Okay, so now here's a cool place for me to try. Oh, sacred piece, you will be the first one that will be cut with the sacred sharp pointed nippers. Let's go. Wow. Wow. Hey, it just goes through it, like... I don't even want to touch it with my fingers. That's how silly I'm being with these. Also guys, just so you know, I'm not sponsored by Gunpla SA or anything, but if you also want a cool pair of sharp pointed nippers like these, guess where you can get them. Paul, enough of the jokes. Okay, let's see. So, full disclosure, I don't know if I've said this to you guys in the last stream. I feel like I may have. I'm not the biggest fan of Gundam Seed Destiny. I used to kind of be a fan of it, but I don't know. Over time, it's lost its appeal to me, and But there are a few units in the series that I really like, and one of them is, sorry, I know I'm speaking very loud by my mic. One of them is the Destiny, and I feel like the Destiny is a really amazing design, and one that I only started really appreciating a little bit when I saw the Master Grade, when it came out all those years ago. It did and Jeff, you can probably correct me in the comments here, it did like a burst mode Master Grade. It came with these fancy prismatic rainbow-ish kind of wings, and I always thought that was a really nice kit. And yeah, I don't know, just something about it was like appealing to me, but it was still not enough for me to get like go gaga over it. And then the real grade came out, and there was a lot of talk about it being one of the best real grades you'll ever build. And so I was like, whoa, okay, you know, maybe I should get it. I don't know, it just worked out that I never got my hands on one. And then, and oddly enough, it still worked out that way, that I've never got my hands on a real grade Destiny. And then I saw there's a Heine Weistenfleisch, kind of, what's the word, like special release that Bandai did, not P Bandai, shocker. And it's like in all yellow, and then it started speaking to me. Then I started going, okay, like, so the big thing that's always like kind of put me off the Destiny, and the reason I'm telling you guys this is because sometimes the colors of a mobile suit, when you see it in its pure plastic state, can kind of like put you off it, you know, because, you know, a lot of us don't paint and that kind of thing. But sometimes if you just, you know, sort of if you can allow yourself to imagine it in other colors, it can sort of come to life in your eyes. And I feel like the Destiny's done that for me. Have there been any Gundam units for yourselves that you found that's happened to? Like, you didn't like them in the beginning and they grew on you, and now you're like, wow, how did I not get into this design sooner? You know, how am I only getting into this now? So yeah, let me know in the chats, guys. I'll check them out in a second. Yo. Anyway, seeing this as a mono color really elevated it in my eyes, and that was great because it's a cool design when you get to the brass tacks of it. There's also a blanc version, a white version of the Destiny. Wow, these nippers are great. So, sorry, I am being a little bit more careful with the nippers still, just because they are new, getting a feel for them. Yeah, I originally didn't want to use these nippers on streams, and that opinion might change. And just because I was scared of breaking them or something while being on camera with you guys. Because, you know, tension and nerves. Ooh. Mysterious music. Anyway. Oh, and I'm wearing my headphones. Otherwise, I sit here and I really feel like I'm talking to myself, which is, you know, sometimes problematic. Anyway, so yeah, so onto the Destiny again. It's like, Paul, enough with this Destiny chat. Oh my word. But my biggest gripe with the Destiny is that I feel it has, although it's very well managed, I just feel it has too many colors. I just feel it's a bit too colorful. Like, there's too much going on. You know, you've got greens, you've got dark blue, you got light blue, you got obviously the trademark Gundam white, which is, you know, always gonna be there. You've got red, you've got gray, then you got the effects parts, which are like the, you know, this like sort of shiny blue madness. Yeah, it's a lot going on that kit, color wise. but when it's all like neutralized, I feel like it starts, you start seeing the picture better. So here we are. And with that said, I have got an alternative color scheme in mind for this. I'm not going to paint this stock. So that's kind of been my thing now. I'm not going to do everything with a custom color. I actually like a lot of the stock colors for the Gundam units and for the Zionic units. But if there's a unit like, if there's a Gundam that I'm not, like I like the Destiny, but it's not like, it's definitely not my favorite character. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like Shun Asuka. So if I don't care too much about the character, then I kind of feel I have a bit more license to just paint it up however I want to. So I can give this more of a personality, or more of a personality that I want for it in its design. So I just want to do the shoulder armor, and I know that the shoulder armor, there's construction for that on one of the other pages. Because Bandai must be like this sometimes. Although maybe I'm just being really silly, and those of you who have built this kit are like, it's right there. Right there. Anyway, found it. Everybody can relax now, including me. So yeah, I'm gonna check out those comments in a second. I'm pretty sure that we've got some good responses. Oh, yay, rounded parts. I'm dying to see how these perform on rounded parts. Amazing. Nice little... See how flush these are. Yeah, that's good. That's what you want from... That's what you want from good nippers. You want to be able to look at them and have like a really flush cut surface. Yeah, I kind of decided now I'm just going to drop my clipped off Nubans and stuff in here. Otherwise I'm getting like a full torso exercise. Yeah, wow, this piece I clipped off pretty efficiently originally. I just wanted to give it a bit of a quick softy. Which way do I want this to go? Go that way. Give it some shine. I also have another friend here, by friend I mean tool, that I want to show off for you guys. This is something we don't carry, well that's, I actually find it quite difficult to find in South Africa. But I'm sure when you guys see it, you'll see what I mean. So much anticipation! But it'll all make sense in a second. Wow, there's some seam fixing that has to happen there. Yay. I love seam fixing round parts. Actually, yeah, I love it. Oh, this has got an intentional panel line. Oh, bless you Bandai for this. Although I may, so I'm just going to turn it to big camera mode. Whoa! 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 Big head mode. On this piece here, you can see... Okay. So if you look at the top where the joining parts are, it's like there, right? That looks a bit chunky. So when I get this to the final build, when I start prepping it for paint, I'm actually going to thin that out after... I'm going to thin that out quite a bit. And the reason for it is, it's going to scratch the grey piece that's in here. And nobody's going to see that, but it's going to irritate me. Because I get a bit funny about stuff like that. So... Oh wow, it's like a Chomi bot. Me. As soon as it autofocuses. There we go. Ooh, I'm actually going to totally steal some of this design language for a Chomi bot. Anyway, so at least you guys know where I'm coming from with that. Okay, cool. Okay, so checking the chat. Let's see. Rat says those nipples are hot. Yeah, they're sexy, hey. Happy birthday. It's available tomorrow at 5 p.m. Oh, that's right. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, Witch from Mercury is tomorrow. I keep like. This is what happens when you work in a job that has lots of deadlines. You sort of lose track of time. You think that you're already in tomorrow. See, that's why I love these streams. They help me stay present. You know, help me stay here in the moment. I get to be here with everybody in the moment. That's just me giving this just a little bit of a sneak, so it's easy for me to take apart later when I want to. Ah, this is another. Thank you, Bandai, for another seam that I don't have to fix. You wonderful creatures. Sometimes they make me very happy inside. Get that other shoulder done quickly, so that's a big chunky part here. Drop into you a little bit. And yep, there's another big chunky over here. Bit here. Carrying on with those comments, with those chats. Ratsa says, yeah, I felt that way about the Zaku. Now I feel different. Very cool. Lindsay. Hi, my name is Lindsay, and it's been 0 days since I have added something to my wants list. Oh, hello, Lindsay. Yeah, I want to say that's the same, but you know that 1-to-144 mobile crew? Yeah, that mobile deck crew kind of thing. Yeah, that's on my watch list. Just eyes just rolled. He's like, oh, Paul, you can't buy everything. I'm like, yes, I can. Just stop me. No, but he's right. I shouldn't buy everything. I got Valkyries to build in the near future, and I know what's coming in the next shipment, and there's something in there I'm very excited about. Ooh, he's talking about the next shipment, but don't worry, no spoilers, because it's more fun that way. Anyway, as you can see, I made a whoopsie because I was too busy talking. Yeah, so there's 1 or 2 things coming in there that I have been very excited about for a long time. Actually, 2 things in particular that I've been unbelievably amped about. So, very happy those are coming into my life finally. And yeah, and then I am very well aware that I still have a Valkyrie to build. Well, not that I have to build. It's the Valkyrie I'm also very excited about building. So, let me get to it. My Valkyrie feels like both my Valkyries, my YF-19 that I've got sort of sitting there in its box, waiting for me to get to it, and I will get to it. But that one and my next Valkyrie, I feel like they're quote-unquote real builds. And I know how terribly gatekeepery that sounds. But you guys know that what I mean by that. Like Bandai makes model building feel like a great, sunny walk. And some companies make it feel like a hike, which is just, as we all know, a sunny walk with a lot more gear. So that is the Macross kits. I just feel like I need to sort of warm up to them, psych myself up, get myself there in the right mind space. The whole way that you approach building those kits is very different to the Bandai stuff. Same, but kind of different because the there's a lot of stuff you have to build first that goes inside it. Like if you've ever built like jets or cars before, there's things you have to build that you put inside first that have to be painted and finished before you can just sort of put them in. Before you can like put other parts on it, you know, it's not like the Gundam stuff where you can, you know, do this wonderful little pre-build and then disassemble it later and then paint it all up and make magic happen. Actually, I'm gonna purposely put the katana over here, because if I don't do that, I'm gonna accidentally reach for it and clip a big part with it and then cry as my well-spent money vanishes in front of me and all over my floor. Why doesn't this feel as... oh, it is as comfortable as the other one. Okay, cool. Now we can finally pop you in, back to the arms. Ooh! I get to put in these. Yeah, I suppose these are fun to check out. Also guys, build meet on Saturday. So those of you who are in the Gauteng area, so no, not all of us are in Gauteng. Yeah, come pull through on Saturday. Let us know that you're coming so we can just make sure that there's enough chairs and tables for us. Because that it would suck if there isn't enough. Well, I don't know so much how much it would suck. It would just be super awkward. Nobody wants to build on the floor. Then I'll end up having to... Jeff and myself will fall on the sword on that one. But yeah, that is something I'm quite excited about. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you guys and doing some of this, you know, this good building stuff with you all. You know, it's just our moment. Together, building kits. Okay. For a second there I thought I sanded off something important. Good news, I didn't. Also, just occurred to me, I apologize for not making it to the stream last time, although Jeff did an amazing job chilling with you guys, and looks like you guys all had a lot of fun. I just had weird power issues. Didn't want to take the chance of running a stream and then having the power die halfway through. It didn't, but hindsight is 2020. And so I apologize for that, guys. I was actually really amped for it as well. I've actually had these clipped and prepped since last week, so that's how excited I've been for this. Plus it's a cool kit. I don't like it waiting in the wings. Yazi, even though when I finally get kits that's on the wish list, that list doesn't seem to get smaller. I know, right? I know. I actually forgot about something on my wish list. And like, you know, we go through our wish list and stuff before things, and Jeff's like, "You still want this kit?" I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. I'm like, I do, but the importance of the other two sort of superseded that. So guess what, guys? There's a very cool kit. Well, there's more of a very cool kit available now when the stock drops. Anyway, first time chat from viewer White Shadow. What's up, White Shadow? Oh, okay, followers only chat on. Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know if they... White Shadow asks, is there a site somewhere that has a full list of Gundam kits? Been trying to collect all the 1/60 scale stuff. Okay, yes, White Shadow there is. This is one that I like to use quite a bit. That a lot of us like to use. It's called Dalong, D-A-L-O-N-G. That dude has an amazing catalog of Gundam kits. He does straight builds of those kits, so you can actually see what they look like straight out of the box, and he does do a panel line to them. I can't remember. I don't know why, but I don't feel he does add the stickers. But I think that's because he does eventually get around to painting them. But yeah, go and check out dalong.net. Okay, and you should get a full catalog of all the 1 to 60 stuff there. At least the 1 to 60 stuff that is regular release. I know some of the stuff there is like special edition release as well. So yeah, go and give it a look. It's where I like to check out. I sometimes just like to look at a kit on there, especially being in South Africa. You know, sometimes the kits take a little bit longer to get here because, you know, shipping and all that good stuff. And he sometimes gets them before we get them. Although we have had moments where we've gotten it before him. And yeah, it's just a cool way to just sort of experience the kit before it gets here. Bit of a spoiler thing though, but whatever. Boink. Boink. Yay! We can do half a hug now. Let's get the other arm up and running. Should be super quick. The other one was reasonably fast. I like this process of using this little plastic thingy here. I've kind of done it before, but then I went and bought too big a plastic container. You know, like one of these like organizing jobbies. They're really great, actually. And this one that I got is super cheap from Westpac. It was like 120 bucks and you get 5 of them. And I mean, that's okay. You know, like, you know, you're not using it. I mean, I'm not saying your Gundam kits aren't precious, but you know, it's essentially just a temporary vessel for your build. So for that, it seems to serve a purpose. I also like that, you know, I can put a whole kit, a whole high-grade kit parts in here, more or less, in one of these, and I can like store 5 of them just very conveniently in my cupboard. As I'm telling you this, I'm like, why didn't I buy more? Also not sponsored by Westpac, just putting that out there. But there is something cool I do want to speak about in a second. Very chatty, clearly. I'm a chatty folder today. Sorry, this is one of those easy to get the part turned around and mixed up moments. So my question again, is there a Gundam kit that when you first saw it, a Gundam or Xeon unit or kit or both, that when you first saw it you were like, hell no, that is super ugly, and now you're like, hell yes, this thing is amazing? We're of course talking about this because I grew to love the yeah, this is whoopsies. This is whoopsie territory happening right here now. This is silly. Yeah, I know something's off here. Why are you like this? No, this is right. Boom, boom. Boom. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, it is right. Okay, that is how it's supposed to be. I misunderstood. Anyway. Yay, so nice when that's already ready for me. And we've got these cool blue shoulder armor things. Guys, I'm going to resist putting the yellow bit in here. Actually, no, I don't have to. Okay, let me try one. Let me see if it's easy to take out. And if it is, I'll do the other one. If it isn't, we can do what I like to call a building and swearing stream. Where you can... Oh yeah, okay. So the problem here is not that it's going to get stuck in there. It's that I'm worried it's going to fall out easily. This is going to need a little bit of work. I feel like it sticks too out. It's too much of an outie. I'll show you guys in a second. Anyway, that is... When I say it's too much of an outie, I mean the piece. I don't want to make anybody feel funny if they have an outie. Belly button. I'm just randomly saying belly button. Because I am doing it. Shut up, Paul. Let's talk about politics. That's way safer. Politics is boring. Unless you want to talk about what happened inside 3. With Zeon Zondaikun's execution and how that led to the formation of Shah Aznable. Those are politics I would speak about. How the Zabi family tried to arrested power and then went on to build the Zeon Empire and started the 1-year war. Those are politics I'll talk about. Guys, changing up into the kit cam now, because this is really looking cool and I just want to play with this a little bit here while we... So there we go. Look at this, is pretty rad. I'm gonna do like a... Actually, I did have something that I prepped to put behind these kits. Oh well, find out on the next stream if I can find it. So you can get a proper zoom. Anyway, there we go. Pretty cool there. Like, let's get into that articulation a bit. So we got a full bend on those arms, which is so good. That's nice and comfortable. These are quite movable. I feel these little hand thingies over here, thingies are going to be a bit funny. Beam boomerang comes out fairly easily. That's definitely going to be a paint scraping situation for sure. But maybe I can find a way around that. Pop that a little bit. I dig these elbows, they're pretty cool. They're quite kind of good looking. Anyway, let's get back to main building cam. Okay, here we are. Let's pop you over there. Mr. Destiny. Yes, I did contemplate doing a pink Destiny, but like proper hyper kind of neon pink vibes. But because I'm already doing such a pinky red color scheme on my Mr. Aznable RX-78, I kind of feel like it would be a bit much, right? Right. So I've instead opted to go for something I call Dark Destiny. Okay. Actually, I did say I want to use the katana to remove these, so let's see how this goes down. Yes, I know they're my new nippers. I'm being very precious. Don't worry. In like 2 or 3 streams, you'll just see me like flick things off with my fingers, and then you'll be like, but why aren't you using your fancy little brush to remove the nibs from your nippers anymore? And I'll be like, damn adult. That said though, guys, if you do own quality nippers from like Bandai or whatever's, actually from Tamiya or Bandai, even your Bandai nippers that you guys, that some of you I know have, I would, you know, if you've had them for like a month now, and you've been using them fairly on the regular, you know, fairly regularly, I would say get yourself, like I use WD-40, although there are better things to use. Like I actually want to get a better lubricant for this. But yeah, even in Tamiya's packaging, they actually recommend giving them a bit of a, you know, oil or lubricant every so couple of months, or every couple of months or so, just because it's generally quite good to do that, especially if you've invested in your nippers, you know. I know some of us are using nippers that are, you know, it's our first time, so we're dropping them and then we're doing ninja practice with them and all kinds of good stuff like that. But when you start like dropping $1,000 or $2,000 on nippers, then yeah. So you can actually just practice a little bit on how to lube your nippers. I'm sure there's plenty of YouTube videos that can suggest things. I know there's people that have completely sworn off WD-40, for example, and Q20 and stuff like that as well. So it is worth your time to just do some research as well. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I'll use WD-40 on these nippers. And if I do lube them, it will be within 3 to 6 months time. I found with the ones that I currently used, and for like, what, the one I've had for like just about 15 years, or just close on. The other one's been about 11, 12 years. And I'll say that I may have lubed / oiled them 2 or 3 times in their whole lifetime. Then again, they do live in a little box that is sealed from air, usually. I've been a little bit more reckless with them lately, just because I have new ones. But they generally live in an airtight container as well, which does prolong their lifespan. Let's get this face mask. This is all like tricky stuff here, like tricky small little bits here. So the katana is perfect for this. The katana. Okay, I want to use one of those samurai swords. I like those samurai swords. Never mind the fact that katana is like blanket term, sort of. Correct me in the chats, I know you want to. And for the YouTube version, I know you want to. Just do it. Forget about that, but I just want to get rid of a few nerves. So I'm just going to quickly check out that chat and see if anybody said anything. Whoa! Chat explosion. Okay, let's see what's going on in here. Oh, White Shadow, it's a pleasure, dude. And Jeff, thank you for dropping the link there, man. Have I tried any of the Daban kits? Hold on. Yes. I will never touch a Daban or knockoff Bandai kit ever again in my life, ever. The scars have healed very, very well on my thumbs. When I was in my early 20s, I got my first master grade, not realizing it was a knockoff. And I had hurt myself quite badly building it because of all of the very bad flash on it. I also don't like the quality of the plastic. Obviously, I'm not trying to pee on anybody's experience. We all, get different opportunities. And when I was building those, I did the best I can. I even, after building that kit, still went and bought 2 or 3 others. Before actually building my first true master grade, which was the Mark IV, the red frame, the G4 Gundam, the red one, RX-78-4, which was amazing. That was a life-changing experience that made me realize how much I shouldn't have. It just made me feel foolish for spending money on knockoff kits, and yeah, I just felt like. But guys, it's part of the journey. One thing about those Daban kits is they will teach you skills, man. They will teach you skills. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to be so to dunk on it so hard. I know, how we all get into this hobby. Sometimes things happen. So, cool thing about those, like I said, I did buy a few. Obviously, some of them are in my backlog, and they're quite nice to have as spare parts and whatever's for scratch building. So that's generally where they go to in my life. They scratch building fodder or whatever's. Cool, let's see. No Sleep Shogun says, just scrolled up a little bit, sorry guys. Yazi, I def needs to get some storage containers like that. I like to cut and sand a whole section of a kit and then build it. Yes, and you can get it at Westpac. Ratsaz 91. Wait, now I'm curious. What does the Valkyrie look like? Ooh, okay. I'm gonna show you quickly. Again, just in case you missed it, I'm gonna put myself on the big cam. So, kit cam. I'm shouting again. Okay, that is the Valkyrie from Macross. And it's in Gearwalk mode. This kit doesn't transform. It's designed to be a static model. It's also from one of my favorite animes ever. I absolutely love Macross. And I love the movie from Macross, the Do You Remember Love? It's an incredible film. Oh wait. Let's try that again without me being an idiot. Sorry guys. I'm such a dork. Anyway, yeah, okay, so that's my Valkyrie with a little bit too much exposure. So, but yeah, and then you guys can check. So let me get a little bit closer there for you. Full screen experience, and it's in Gearwalk configuration. Well, it's transformed into the Gearwalk mode. Or Go Walk, depending on. I don't really care. I'm not gatekeeper about stuff like that. But yes, it's from my favorite anime. Well, one of my absolute favorite animes. I dare even say I love it more than Gundam. But that's not really true. I just really love the movie Do You Remember Love? The Macross movie. So... And I love the Valkyries. Anyway. Let's see what else is going on there. And also, what's up, No Sleep Shogun? How's it, dude? He says, Yazi, I was like that with the Geong. Now the RG Geong is on my wish list. Thank you. I was like that with the Geong as well. When I was younger, remember, I saw Gundam when I was quite young, so like 8, 9, when I first started seeing pictures and games and some of the anime stuff. And I remember seeing the Geong and being like, oh my word, that is ugly. And now it is easily one of my favorites. Favorite Geong units. Just, that's why I love it. It's so ugly, it's so unusual. It's like a UFO Gundam. It's just, I love it. And that RG Zeong, or the RG Geong, such a good kit. I mean, this is from my real grade Geong build. So, I just want to wait and finish a few other kits, and then I can do all the decaling and everything together. Cool. Bromstone the Gamer is in the house. What's up, Bromstone? No Sleep Shogun goes, give them lube. Why does it censor here on the chat but not on the chat on screen? I don't know. Cool. Have a good one, No Sleep Shogun. Cheers, buddy. Let's see. White Shadow. I was debating on grabbing the Dubon ashtray. I think I'll pass now. Sweet. Lindsay, thank you for the heads up. Thankfully, I managed to catch my stupid, you know, in time. But I appreciate the heads up. Yeah, yeah, man. I will discourage anybody from buying Daban, and it's not because Jeff and I have Gunpla SA. It is because I've seen Daban turn people off. I've seen knockoff Gundam kits turn people off Gundam. Like they go, oh, they're so hard and they're so finicky, and you have to like clean so many pieces and stuff. And I was like, what? And then you know, because what had happened is I was talking to a friend when I was still working behind the counter in the store, and he was like, yeah, I tried to build Gundam, but you know that it's just too much, man. It's hectic. And I was like, what? And I'm like, surely you can't mean, you know, like Gundam, you know, surely. Anyway, turns out his name's not Shirley, and it was a knockoff kit because he brought it for me because he's like, yeah, do you want it? Because I'm not gonna build it. So I was like, cool, bring it to me. And and he was completely turned off, like by that, and that's why I don't like that one. So that's why I will spit their name out of my mouth. Actually, speaking of which, I just need to. So I just take 2 seconds there just to compose myself, so that I don't get into a rant about that stuff. Cool. Here's a piece that I actually forgot to clip off. It looks like a iron. Okay. Let's get this out here quickly. Oh my word, Paul's gonna use a sticker. Yes, I am, because it looks good when I take photos of it later. What's he gonna do? Okay, let's see. Can you guys all see this? Okay, Jeff shared some gold with you guys on one of his streams. If you're gonna do a sticker placement, line up the middle, get that middle in there, then work it off to the sides. It's much, you'll get your spacing better. Not gonna lie, these eyes look like they're gonna be a real pain later when I have to paint them. So that's something. And then, okay, I'm using my nail because I actually have nails on me today. But normally I would just use something like these little sticks here, and then just burnish the sticker just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, cool. So now we got some shiny Destiny eyes. Cool. I'm gonna pop that in the head. Don't worry, I'll put it in the kit cam later. And if we're really lucky, I'll remember to switch it on. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm having fun with this. No, I'm actually, guys, I'm not gonna use. Oh wait, no. Yeah, no. Normally, okay, so I'll give you a bit of a pro tip. Pro tip. Look at me. See these bad boys here, the sensor stickers. Let's get a little bit of, there we go, less light on. So you get that little green sticker that goes into the sensor and all that. So what I like to do with them, especially with the RX-78, because it has the rear camera, and very often with RX-78 kits or with a lot of Gundam kits, that rear camera is part of the head, so it's something, a piece that you have to end up masking, and it can be a real like pain to mask that. So I actually like to use the sticker as my mask for that, and it works really well. It's quite cool actually. So that's why I generally keep the stickers for that kind of thing. I actually generally find the foil stickers sometimes can be very good for masking, especially for like face stuff. If you guys are like willing to take the time and actually cut out the eyes properly from that, then you can actually get a pretty good mask to do the eyes. If you want to go through that kind of effort, personally, I would just learn the magic that is reverse wash, or just try to hand brush it. There's another thing you can do as well. Well, these parts definitely need to marry better, but they're there. We go ahead. Just gonna pop it on here. Do the V-fin. I haven't cut the safety tabs off the V-fin. And I always do. Oh wow! Look at. I'm gonna show you guys on the close-up camera in a second, actually, because it's actually too cool. Okay, that's gonna irritate me. Let's see if I can make these one piece. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Very, very cool. Oh, I actually meant to ask you guys, do you like the way the camera is set up? Like, as opposed to it kind of being, or do you prefer it like kind of like you're seeing it as if you're in my head, first person model builder mode? I'm curious about that. Space Dusty! Welcome, dude. Okay, so that's where we're at. See if I can get the lights to catch in the eye there a little bit. Catch the foil sticker. That's why sometimes foil stickers are such a drag. Actually, Gundam eyes can be such a pain. This is why so many guys like to do LED. Anyway, the head detail is quite stunning. I've always loved the TM motif on the Destiny's design. I think the HGCE kit, this version of it, pulls it off really well. It doesn't look chunky or gross. And it's integrated so you don't have to mask it or anything. And then here on the back of the V-fin, I'm always happy to see V-fin detail at the back. See those little ridges there? How cool is that? That is very cool. That is winning formula cool right there. So thank you, Bandai. Let's get back to. Yeah, he does look like a sad jester. Hey, Lindsay. He does. He does. He's sad. He's sad, but it's fine. Okay, let's get some legs on this beast. Cool. So I'm gonna put the katana over there. Foil stickers can now safely go back in the box. Ain't no one touching those tonight. So what is on everybody's hit list at the moment? I know there's been some big releases. I know a lot of guys are excited about the Witch kits. I know some people are excited about G Gundam. I'm excited about G Gundam, the real grade G. Can't wait to get my hands on one. It's gonna be awesome, epic. Let me know in the chats which ones you are excited about. I know I cut off the, yeah, I did. PC parts for the feet. So now I'm getting into the feet and legs. This goes quick. I'm not going to be too precious on cleaning the parts, because for the most part I have already. Just a few random dabs, but I'm on second cut and I'm using my second cut nippers, and I put that in the wrong way because I am a Paul. Anyway. Also, speaking of kids that are totally on my radar, and I saw it this evening on our Discord, one of the members of the Build Force, Yazzie, I think it's you who scored it. You got yourself a Moon Gundam. Very nice. Very, very nice. It's basically a Sasabi. I actually have to watch that whole series again. The whole the Moon Gundam. They did like a. When I say watch it again, correct me if I'm wrong here, and Jeff, this is actually where I need you to jump in here. I feel like they did like a little OVA thing, like which was like 5 minutes or something ridiculous. Am I imagining Am I imagining that? Because I feel like I've seen the Moon Gundam animating, but I can't tell if that was like from some kind of ad campaign or something that Bandai did, as they do. Or if anybody else here in the comments knows. But I just, I'm curious about the story there. So I haven't had a chance to obsess about it, really. I just know that I want one. It looks amazing. Looks like a fun kit to build. It's massive. Oh, massive. It's quite a bit bigger than a lot of the regular size Gundam. It's well into the Char's counter-attack size of mobile suits. Oh, yeah, quickly get that there. Let's first cut territory there. And also, what are you working on while enjoying the stream? I want to know. One thing that's so great about this little box, and it might seem like the stupidest thing ever, but I think having this little grey box and seeing it get progressively emptier as I'm building this is quite fun to watch. It'll definitely like make for an interesting kind of time lapse, you know, to see it like we're going as it shrinks down. Random thoughts that go in my head, on my head. Just like, I want to do a time stream, time lapse. I want to do a time lapse now. And guys, like, I probably won't do a ASMR build like ever, because all you hear is like click, click, swear word, fart, click, click, me smoking a cigarette. It would actually just be conducive to like just bad behavior. Because I was wondering like, yeah, if we do a time lapse, then we should totally do like an ASMR thing. Because you know how like Jeff likes to do that on his vids? Likes to have these like, just have a little bit of a ASMR-y kind of feel to his stuff. So he's all like got click, 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 clickety click, snap, 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 and then like for the panel liner. I'm being silly now, of course, but I cut out more feet than this. Where are my feet? No, this is not... Oh, yeah. That's right. I clipped him the other day. Actually, right here on top by the camera. Memories of last episode. Memories. Clipping. Okay, I'll do like my own vocal assisted ASMR. Clippity cloppity clippity cloppity. I kid. Okay, it's in there. Clippy. It's time for us to check their chats. Looking at the chats. Space Dusty, glad I caught the stream. How's everyone doing? We're doing good, Space Dusty. Jeff says he likes the new overhead cam, just that often you are working off cam, perhaps move the paints and shift the cutting board higher. Yeah, it's also, I've got to do this thing with my arms where I'm not like T-Rex building. So thank you for the heads up on that one, Jeff. I will be more aware. Also, I'm always scared that like my head is like in the crack. No, now it is. But now, like here, I'm actually on top of my build, and I feel like I'm not in the chat, so that's kind of a good thing. That's a very good thing. This is progress. Cool. Let's see. What else? Mech Junkie 06. For certain kits, I like to snip off the tabs on the tips of the V-fin to get a sharper look. Mech Junkie, I do too. I totally love it. Experience has taught me not to do that before I do my assembly, because the sharp V-fin, in my experience, and your results may vary, I just find that when they're sharper like that, they tend to catch onto things quicker. They like kind of hook onto stuff and they break. And I find that they're more fragile once I've clipped the flags. So that's why I keep the flags on for as long as I can. As long as I can get away with it for. Before, you know. Yeah, but I like to clip them off as well. I think it gives a much nicer, cleaner look. You know, on the real grades, it's not. Actually, on the real grades, I'm trying to think. Do they have them on real grades? I can't remember now. I keep thinking no on the RG kits. But yeah, anyway. Let me not get stuck in that head cannon. Good for you, man. I'm glad that you do it. Currently building, Space Dusty is currently building the RG wing. Really enjoying it so far. Wanted to pick up an MG. Would you recommend waiting for a stock drop or Comic-Con, assuming you guys will be there? Jeff, he assumes we're going to be at Comic-Con. Foil hats, everybody. Honestly, if you want my wisdom on this, I feel like you're still very close to last month's payday, or to the payday of to August payday. So if there's a kit that you see that you really like right now, I would get one. And if you have I would say, give it a few more days. Actually, give it a few more days. We might have some new stock very soon, and there might be something cool in there for you to check out. That said, though, some of the kits that we have in stock still are amazing kits. I really, really love this last shipment we got. It's been one of my favorites. I actually think it's been my favorite drop since we started Gunpla. So there's that. Let me give you a definitive answer in a second. Let me think about it. Oh, actually, you know what'll help me? Which MGs are you currently looking at right now? And then maybe that can give me a bit of context for where your mind is at, or your taste is at. I'm curious to see which ones you're considering as well. White Shadow, trying to get my hands on PG Strike Freedom, but it's so much now. Yeah, the world sucks right now, hey. You know what, with any perfect grade kit, take solace in the fact that it's always going to be expensive. The PG Strike has kind of come down in price though, to be fair, but it is going to always be like an expensive undertaking. However, it is an expensive undertaking, meaning that you're not paying a lot of money for something that's actually just overpriced. You're paying good money for a good kit, and I think if you take the time to, if you make like a little, and I do apologize if this is coming across as condescending or whatever, but if you do make like a little perfect grade strike saving, you know, piggy bank, or you know, Haro bank, or whatever you want to do, I would definitely save up towards that perfect grade. I'm kind of doing that for myself now. For the RX-78 PG Unleashed, I've got a little bit of money that I sort of put aside, so that I can eventually get myself one. So that when they come back in stock, hopefully I have some money ready to buy one without having to, you know, live on 2-minute noodles the whole month, or for 3 months. So that would be my suggestion. Like, if you really want one, you know, don't go, that's so expensive. Ask yourself, how can I afford it? What can I do to make that happen? That's just how I think. So anyway, I know you didn't ask for that, but you got it anyway. Here on Gunpla SA, the build stream. Yes, Gunpla SA, Jeff said they animated cutscenes with for a Gundam game. I think Gundam UC Engage. Yes, that's right. It's and it's like. Jeff is replying to Space Dusty. If you see something you like available now, get it before it's gone. Otherwise, you're probably going to have to wait months or years for Bandai to reissue reproduction of it. That is very true. There is a specific kit that I'm going to get very excited about when we do the unboxing, when the stock arrives. And that I've had to wait for that kit for like a year, 2 years, almost 2 years. Basically since its launch, because when it came out, I missed out on it because sometimes life is just not ready for you to buy Gundam, you know. And yeah. Anyway, so you're gonna see me get very, very excited for that kit. So yeah, that's actually sage advice there, Jeff. I like that. Tell him. And guys, understand, we're not like trying to pimp this stuff out. We know what it's like. We just actually, it sucks for us if you miss out on something. It really does. Jeff loses sleep over stock, you know, getting taking forever, and I lose sleep over, well, people missing kits. So, because I'm weird like that. Anyway, moving along. Space Dusty, that's good advice. Had the MG RX-78 on my wish list, then sadly saw it was out of stock when I wanted to order. Yep. I think I saw one go off the other day actually. And I was like, oh, there it goes. Version 3 is gone. That is an incredible kit, by the way. Like I said on the unboxing, Jeff is like, Jeff, I wouldn't say you're not a fan of RX-78, but I know that like when we met each other, I was and still am a very big RX-78 guy. But for Jeff to like say that the RX-78 is one of his favorite master grades, that is huge endorsement, because Jeff's not like me. He's not insane like me. He's very like measured with those kind of things. So it's cool. So that, yeah. Anyway, I'm not trying to rub salt in the wounds. Maybe we're lucky and we can get more of that one in. But yeah. But now it seems like you've actually answered your question for yourself. Look at this. I think when this oh, okay. I thought it would do something more interesting than that, but it just goes not the actual sound effect. is why I draw backgrounds. Clippy, cloppy, clippy, cloppy. Damn it. If only I had a nice and helpful plastic tool that could make it easier for me to put pieces together without the polycap getting stuck in there and crunched. This is a fun piece. Like that. Poochie. Cool. That's sexy. I love that. I could just spray that a color and be cool with it. I feel like this wants to go in more, but it doesn't. Oh well. I can force it. Oh yeah, and also this is my first Gundam build on the stream as well. Interesting. This is my first Gundam build stream. It's the first time I use my super sharp katana nippers. Having some cool moments here.
Hey Paul, unleash my powers. I want to cut these pieces. Okay. Yum yum. Yum yum. Thank you.
No problem. Demon's Edge. These these nippers were used in feudal Japan during the Sekigahara era, period. They were wielded by a famed swordsman, who then became a demon.
I want to eat more. Yum.
Nippermusha. Now, your favorite anime. The first season will be amazing, and then the second season will still be amazing, and by the third season, everybody will be fighting over power levels. Again, and again, and again, and again, as long as Shonen Jump makes money. Hell, we even brought Dragon Ball Super back, or Dragon Ball Z back, again. I love anime. Oh, I saw a comment earlier about Robotech. Yes, so if you're wondering, I don't know if you, for those of you who are not aware of this, I'm sure many of you are, first came Macross, and Harmony Gold was like, wow, this could do really well in the States if we just give it a bit of, just, you know, sort of tune it for American sensibilities of the time. And that's what they did. I don't want to go into Harmony Gold and what bastards they are, because they've done a lot of damage actually to Macross. And this is not, you know, if you love Robotech, that's awesome, because Robotech is awesome. It was a great thing in my life. I used to love getting home and being able to watch it, and it did wonderful things for me. But yeah, so Bromstone, you are right. It's going to remind you of Robotech when you see Macross stuff. Yeah, okay, so Jeff says, haha, yeah, I don't have a much emotional... No, let me do it We're doing like an anime. Haha. Yeah, I don't have much emotional attention to Gundam's design, but the MG RX-78-2 version 3.0's design and build experience is perfect for me. Silent fire. Loud lungs, loud lungs! Hi, buddy. Have you perhaps considered the Bandai pod separator available from gunpla.com? No, I haven't, loud lungs. I need to check one of those out. It's one of those little blue plastic thingies, right? Use Loud 50 for $50 off. Thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, dude. Guys, get those pod separators. They're cool. They're super, super cool. Ooh, I like this track. It's nice and minor key. Makes me happy. Paul has built a Gundam before, but now he's sitting here and he doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, there we go. Good. I've got this covered. Well, actually, I don't have this covered. I didn't clip a piece out somewhere. Oh no, it's not missing. It's not missing. Everybody can relax. Paul, relax. Okay. It used deflection on me. Let me get him, boss. I'm dying, but I feel amazing. I've been cut by the Supreme Nippers. Oh, this is a good way to go to Valhalla. Hey, we said build joy. We didn't say how. Speaking of pod separators. That shouldn't make a clicky sound, but it is. Oh well, we'll find out what I did wrong later. Putting the pants on. The Gundam pants are on. Okay, now this is where we're going to need to do a little bit of finaglies. I knew I forgot something. Take off the Gundam pants. Don't do it, Paul. Don't be lazy. Take the part properly. No, but I wanna squeeze it in there. No, Paul, do it properly. Damn you, conscience. Be quiet. Yep, I'm gonna have to do this the slow way, quickly. I like making mistakes. Okay, I just want to be very careful here. Okay, just gonna get it in there. So, in all seriousness, in English, in all seriousness though, the plastic part separator, although I really like this metal one, the plastic one is definitely safer for the kit. Like this, for example, with this one, I don't want to get in here too hard because there's a bit of a seam line that's sort of, not a seam line, but a nice panel line that's there, and I don't want to chop it up by stabbing this in there. Still, that was a couple of seconds of doing this. Pull for now. A couple of seconds doing that. If I had sat here with a knife, it would have been considerably longer, taken considerably longer to do that. It might have been more clumsy, and I could have scratched the surface of the piece and blah 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 blah. It's opened me up for a lot of error. Anyway, now I can finally put the blue piece on here. Goodie! Yay! Now it's there. Boom. Okay. You make me feel. Gun pants. Okay. These bad boys go on here. The manual says. Oh, I'm sure it is this part. C1. Yeah, it is this part. Not a poly cap. Thank goodness. Which means I can actually paint this piece. Which brings me just happiness. That's going to be a fun seam. Oh, look at me being dumb. Don't try this at home, kids. Just snip it off properly the first time, right? But if you're lazy like me, I suppose you could do that. Judging by the box, it looks like we are nearly done with the appendages. I did actually call this episode final, but I've got a feeling it might not be. But I'm having too much fun. I don't want to leave you guys. So I'm just gonna chill here. Just want to at least get these legs on, and maybe the skirts. Take it from there. What am I doing? I like it being in there, just not always all the way in. Kind of a part scrapey joint tension thing. Although this seems to like, no, this one's fine actually. Sometimes they can be a bit funny. Tee hee hee, we looked under the Gundam. Okay, let's get ourselves to Kit Kat. So here we go. Oh yeah, another thing about Destiny that's worth mentioning. Cool opening song. Like, so here we go. Come on, autofocus. Don't be lame. Thank you. There's some cool legs here. Destiny's got some fun design quirks. Oopsie! Let's pretend I put that in there properly. There we go. Ah, this white exposure is bleaching out my panel lines. There we go. Some old lines there to attack. Nothing too difficult. Foot has got a nice design. Check this. Like, I love when you can do that with Gundam feet. And by extension, it's got a fairly good build. It's also got the wiggly wagglies, so you can get like ankle roll. Cool. And this means I can nail an awesome pose. So let's get that skirt on it quickly. See what happens. Although I don't think the backpack will be too much effort, but let's change back to not me view. Okay. Okay. Time for skirts. See what's happening in these chats. Let's see what's going on in here. Let's see. Do you recommend? Yazi asks, "Do I recommend the Wave or Bandai one?" I feel like the next comment I'm gonna read is Jeff's, and he's gonna say he's gonna say the Bandai one. Jeff from Gunpla SA says, "After having using both, I like Bandai plastic one. That's easier to use, won't hurt the kit or the user, and has more uses." Looks like the HG Moon Gundam comes with no stickers. Yeah, I believe that's correct. Loud Lang's like, "That's crazy!" So that's how I imagined you saying like, "Ah!" Section's finished now, so I can start sort of just micro reorganizing some things here. Let's go together, and here are the side skirts. Guys, full disclosure, there are actually more parts. They are still in the box. There's huge red wing binders, as well as some very tasty weapons. So I think I'm going to have to save that for the next stream so that they can actually get the love and attention that they deserve. It's also going to give me a chance to have this dude sitting on my desk, and it's going to let me play with this kit a little bit and really just enjoy it and get into it. Much like how Jeff was talking about the Kenbuzan, just having it like just the legs to play around with and really get into the articulation and the engineering of it. It's a cool thing. It's a special thing. It's a great vibe. So I'm very happy about that, because I know that once I finish the weapons, this bad boy is going to go into its box. Well, it's actually not going to go into its box. Well, it will, just to protect it from dust. But I want to do some things with it, with the paint scheme, and I'd like to maybe take some time with you guys on the stream, just discuss some of my color ideas with it, and yeah, but at least I get to play with it and really enjoy it, because that is one of the things about these kits, you know, building them is one thing, playing with them is another. It's kind of like, that's one of the things that like is a big draw for me for Lego as well. If I have a great time building and have a great time playing with it afterwards, that makes it way more fun for me than, say, a Lego kit that I can just display. And by the way, there are lots of Lego kits that are just for display that are absolutely amazing, like those Strelitzias. I think that is a stunning piece. Just quickly, talking about a bit of Lego for 2 seconds. And the reason I'm bringing it up, I was tempted by the Lego Optimus Prime set. I was doing the regular Sunday grocery shopping. I don't know. Let me know if you guys do your grocery shopping on Saturdays or Sundays. I'm curious, okay? I want to know. Just want to see what's, when people do these things, I don't know. Anyway, I was doing grocery shopping on the Sunday because Jeff and I hung out a bit on Saturday with it's a friend, and so we were just chilling that day, so I couldn't do all the important things that day, but I did the most important thing that day, which was hanging out with my buddies. Anyway, Sunday happened and I popped into my local toy shop, which is where I found this awesome Honda Civic drift car, which is just too cool. But I saw that Transformers Optimus Prime Lego set. Now, I was very tempted, and I knew that I'd play with it quite a bit afterwards. But had it been, I like Optimus Prime, but I love Soundwave and Megatron. So had it been one of those two, I might have been more into it, because that's a Lego set that I think I could have had a lot of fun playing with. Also doesn't help that I actually own a Masterpiece Optimus Prime, which is about the same size as the one that's what the Lego builds up to. Okay. Guys, I think let's leave the Destiny Gundam where it is right now. I think it's in a good place. He's got his skirts on now, so he's cool, he's ready, he can be played with, and he's got some beam boomerangs. What I'll do in the interim is I'll fill up this box again with pieces, and we can get into final, as we like to call it in the industry. We'll get into final part of the build, but I've already gone posed here with a bit of swagger. I really get my big head out of the way. So cool. The exposure, the bleeding, or should I say the bleaching, kind of gives him a bit of a regal quality, like a super heroic. Oh, when Captain Bandai throws their mighty shield. Come on. Way more interesting apparently. It's probably got some algorithm to track her face, so I'm just gonna hide behind the gun. Anyway, there it is. Cool skirts. They're gonna limit the mobility a little bit, but they can at least do that, which is fun. I'm not going to read the chats. I'm going to imagine. Wait, hold on. I'm going to use my psychic powers. Jeff's take pics for socials. No, he didn't. Damn it! I'm not psychic. Cool. Let's see what's happening here in the chat. Moon has no polycaps. Jeff's hype. This is the way. Yes, this is the way. MechJunkie06. Space Dusty recently built the Lego Apollo Saturn 5 set. It was an amazing experience. That looks like a cool kit to build. I might be very tempted with if they do the Endeavour, the space shuttle. I'd be very tempted on that. Or if they done I'm sure they have done a lunar lander, but if they haven't yet, I might be kind of keen on that. That's kind of cool. Lunar landers are cool for me. I think they're interesting. Loud Lungs, we do our shopping on the Monday, but we get our groceries online. Yeah, I see what you did there. That is very smart, Loud. I support this behavior. The only problem is that when I do my shopping online, I don't get to go to the toy section at the Checkers or whatever's and go and look at the Hot Wheels or the cool toys. So that's kind of a bummer for me. But then I do save money because I don't end up buying lots of chippies and chockies and things. So I just want to just get... Oh, it's meant to do that. It's kind of a feature. Okay, it's just actually just the foot that popped off. So there we go. Get that head looking at people. Omae wo shinderu. Cool. I will look for the foot later. So guys, pro tip on that kit, the foot joint seems to not be as sturdy as I thought it was, but thankfully it hasn't broken. But it has engaged some kind of cloaking mode. Guys, in closing, thank you so much for chilling with me this evening. I know it was a little bit longer than normal. We like sort of hitting the 2-hour mark. I normally like to keep these things 1 hour, an hour to an hour and a half, because I know we have stuff to do. But thank you so much, guys, for chilling with me. I did want to show you something like this, the Ming file, the glass file. But I'll save that for the next stream. You can see it's got a nice mirror finish to it. You guys can see how that goes down. It's more of a buffing file, so it's kind of got a weird place in my life here. I kind of feel like it's designed just for nubs, not for really creating a surface. But we'll get into all of that on the next stream, because I know a few guys have been asking about glass files. Another thing, maybe you saw this while I was building, you'll see that I have bottle caps. I keep these bottle caps on my desk. These are all color swatches that I've made. Okay, that's actually just primer. These are all color swatches that I've made. You can see at least on this one here, it's 851, or yeah, 851, 128. Sorry, you know, because of cameras and stuff. These are all Mr. Color, Mr. Hobby Colors swatches. You know, because what I like to do is I like to grab some bottle caps, I may have mentioned this before, and turn them into swatches. And the reason it's so cool to do that is because I get to see the paint and see what it actually looks like. And when I want to work out color schemes, it's really great because I can be like, these look cool together. I can actually look at it visually, you know, and get like a pretty good idea. Be like, those could be fun, you know? And I can actually see that. Which is good because you can see how the light bounces off it and all those silly dynamics, because sometimes you might do something like, you might grab these two colors, for example, and be like, wow, they look really great, but then the paints, you know, like I know with purple sometimes they come out a lot darker than you expect them to, or the surface, the texture is different, whatever. Anyway, that's a bit of a hint for you. You can also even expand it if you're somebody who likes to use G-Paint and whatever's. You can actually make some bottle cap mixes and track them that way. Some of the guys, I know some guys like to use spoons. I like to use spoons and a bit of a build diary, so I'll show you some of the spoons that I've done quickly for my Mr. Aznable custom. And this includes the colors that were fails, and then successes. And yes, I know two of them look the same on camera here, but I can assure you they're not. The red one is just me testing the G-Paint and some clear coat on it, and then the Gundam clear markers. And this is polyurethane red that I got from Supernova by Vallejo. Really interesting product. It's this come in bottles like this. Premium airbrush color, and it's a crystal coat. Well, crystal coat, it's a candy coat. Really nice, actually, like over that color. I was debating using that as my second color. But anyway, just thought I'd show you guys that on the way out the door here. I am now going to desperately search for Gundam Destiny's Foot. You guys have yourselves the best evening. If you're building a kit, if you're climbing into bed, if you're reading a good book, whatever you're doing, enjoy the hell out of it. And I'll catch you on the next stream, and stay beautiful, you awesome people. Love you guys. Have a good one, and remember to keep building the joy. Keep building it. Okay. Okay. Gundam crotch somewhere.